Hi, it's me, your boyfriend slash girlfriend slash day friend's favorite content creator. I want to talk about Bones, not the TV show. Good show for the most part, but Bones, like the bones of things, because bones are good. We like bones over here. When you're playing a video game, there are good bones, there are great bones, and there are bones. Now, I've said bones a lot in the first 30 seconds of this video. What I'm talking about when I say bones, it is the structure. It is the core gameplay element of the game you're playing. For example, if you're playing like a hack and slash, the bones should focus on the combat, how satisfying it is to pull it, how it looks visually, the presentation of it, right? How it feels. That's important in an action game, especially a character action game slash hack and slash. And the reason why I'm talking about this is I've played a couple of games with some pretty good bones lately. And then I played a game with awful bones. And the reason why I want to talk about these bones is because I believe they highlight the exact thing I've been talking about these last couple of videos, where there's people who think the bones don't matter as much as the skin does. And I'm here to tell you, you are so wrong. Like you're very wrong. Bones are the bones are important. So a good bone game, Stellar Blade. A bad bone game, in fact, no bones. Think like a gelatinous object, or like how certain muscles can become really rigid like bone but aren't really bone. Yeah, that's Xblades. Xblades a game that, from all I've seen of all the comments I've got in my videos, me looking on the internet, be really engaging in this space, is a game that should have sold 1 trillion copies and had the most successful franchise of all time, because these people who, again, consistently come and tell me I'm wrong and that looks are super important in a video game, would be playing that game. But they didn't. They won't. And it comes from the mythical year of 2007, the year where no bad games were released. Again, at least according to these guys, because games got bad and gay and woke from like 2016 onwards. But 2007, you know, Xbox 360, PS3 generation was great. Nothing but bangers. This game is a game where the whole draw is the main character wears a steel thong. That's it. That is it. Oh, and sometimes her boobies bounce. She's wearing a skimpy outfit. She's barely clothed. She's blonde. She's blue eyes. She has a, I guess for the time, like an hourglass figure. And that's all you need in a game. That's it. So I played the game, streamed it for about 2 hours, and I wanted to kill myself. I'm not going to censor my language here. I wanted to kill myself during those 2 hours. I am not exaggerating when I say it's one of the worst experiences I've had holding a controller. And people who joined the stream got to see me dying in real life, like parts of my soul dying in front of the camera for you people. And even the people watching it were like, why am I doing this to myself? Just to set the stage here, this game apparently has, and maybe I got a bad PC version, this game has an intro that sets up the story, and yet the version I downloaded apparently decided to skip the first 2 minutes of that cutscene and just jump straight into what could only be described as exposition the cutscene. New game. This game came out in 2007. So. Oh, it just starts just like this.
I'm a treasure hunter, and frankly, I'm the best there is. I've traveled all over the world in search of treasure, and I've found riches beyond imagination. Oh, and I always work alone.
And who are you?
Why would I want a partner? I'd have to share the loot. About a year ago, I found a map of some ruins in a crumpled old book.
I'm sorry.
Another empty city run down by the passage of time. But
the exposition
according to legend, hidden in the ruins was an artifact of incredible power. Centuries ago, a powerful god infused the object with all his might.
Okay.
The book didn't say why he did that, but I think it was because either he had grown tired and wanted to rest, or he was trying to hide his abilities from someone.
Why would he do this?
No matter what the reason, I'm here for the artifact. If the legend is true, then finding this relic would be a prize beyond imagination. If it's an ancient piece of junk, well, I can always sell it for a hefty price.
The game just started. I have no idea what the fuck your name is. On top of that, the gameplay loop is simply walk to a room, red fog comes down, kill an ungodly amount of enemies for wave-based combat, move to the next arena. That's it. And then some parts have really awful control schemes that they don't actually explain well. You have to do like trial and error just to get past a room that has like, I think 3 like falling blades that insta kill you if you don't do this particular move. However, particular move doesn't need to be done to get past the objects. It just merely needs to be done in front of it so you don't get hurt. Hold on, wait. I think I'm getting a hang of it. Really great game there. But the best part is I had to look up a guide. Game facts. Game's old, so it should exist. Because I went through a part where I'm supposed to connect from that death hallway I just talked about to a place called the Death Arena. But when I go through the game, it loops me back to an earlier level. And that level was like 3 levels before the current level. So it wasn't like a shortcut. It wasn't like a Dark Souls thing where there's interconnected things. You have to go back each level to level, and it lets you go back and doesn't tell you can go back. And then it respawns everybody, by the way. So I was stuck for like 40 minutes trying to figure out what to do, where to go, maybe backtrack all the way. Turns out I just needed to walk arbitrarily, and then a cutscene that should have happened the minute I beat the zone happened like 30 minutes later. So it's not hold forward and then forward plus A, it's forward and then A after. So it's forward. So I just hold it forward. Okay, that's what you do. The instructions were getting me killed. This is supposed to be a completely different area, by the way. But I guess maybe if I just cut through here. Yeah, I looked up game facts. It says the Death Arena is the next level after Deadly Passage. But this is not the Death Arena. Unless there's a secret entrance here that I'm not getting. The fork and roll, then it's the observation site again, right? What? No way. There's no way.
Go away!
There's no way.
This isn't your battle! Get out of here!
That's the game. There's a part of the game where you just fall into a pit, and your job is just to run around these spikes that come up until a random cutscene kicks in, and there's a guy just introduced to. No, there's no way. No, I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm supposed to do something. I don't know. Oh shit, wait. You. You're fucking with me. Wait, why not do that before? That's it. There's no real connective tissue there. But why does that matter, right? The character's conventionally attractive. She's hot. Who cares about gameplay, story, logic of the universe? Who cares about the game's logic, actually? As long as she's hot. Right? That's all that matters. Character's hot, game's good. Character ugly, game bad. Obviously, I am being facetious, right? Xblade is exactly the kind of game you shouldn't want, but it's exactly the kind of game these current capital G gamers seem to be pushing. That's more important than anything else, which is ironic because when we talk about a good bone game, Stellar Blade has more going for it than Eve's ass and titties. In fact, I've been playing this game. People think I'm playing because I want to get points with a feminist. First off, commenter who I'm making fun of right now, you're seeing on screen, that's like a 2014 thing to say. You're just want to get picked by the feminist. Hi, hello. Have you not been watching this channel? Do you think I'm doing this to get people to like me? Do you think I am actively antagonizing while a vocal minority on the online, still a minority, but still seem to be everywhere, by attacking these grifter loser ass chuds on the internet who are in my gaming space? You think I'm doing this for approval? You think feminists are watching me and going, man, we like that guy? No, they're probably dealing with, I don't know, real issues. My demographic is mostly men. I don't know what you're trying to get at here. But you can have opinions that exist outside of trying to appease women, just being a good person. But anyways, no, I'm not doing it because I want to get fucking feminist points. I'm doing it because I hate you guys. You guys ruin so much discourse online. You make games worse because you promote bullshit like a game like Xblades, but you didn't play Xblades, but you want to present Stellar Blade as that game when you're doing a disservice to the game you think you're promoting. Stellar Blade has good bones. Not great bones, but good bones. You could take away Eve's skin and still have great music, good combat. And I personally love the sense of scale the game presents, where everything is just so much bigger than Eve, because the world a sense of like weight and depth to it. I haven't beaten the game yet, but I'm enjoying what I'm playing so far. It has nothing to do with Eve's butt. It has nothing to do with the her titties. Some of the outfits, I'm not gonna lie, I think her ass, some of them fits are fucking fire. So 50-50 on that. But I'm not playing Stellar Blade because bouncing titties is all that matters. Because if that was all that mattered, you guys would be way more familiar with Xblades and its sequel, Blades of Time, which is also another bad game. But Stellar Blade is not a bad game. Just like Bayonetta is not a bad game. Just like Nier Automata is not a bad game. They all have good to great bones. Without the skin, the game still works. But a game like Xblades doesn't work. It relies solely on the skin because its combat is brain dead. It's just keep hitting X and sometimes hold right trigger to shoot, and it leaves this magic that is complete bullshit. And most of the time, even though it says only certain magic works against certain enemies, you can just stab them. That's not a good game. It doesn't have good bones. When you have to rely on just the skin, you don't have a good core game. And I'm hoping you guys are now understanding that, because if you see my playthrough of Stellar Blade so far and my playthrough of Xblades so far, I think there is a dramatic difference into how you can have a game that has a good skin and great bones, or sorry, good skin and good bones, and a game that is just skin. Skin and bones. Just skin. What do you even do? Skin and bones. Just skin. Jesus Christ. Oh, they just keep coming. That's so much fun. Real throwing stuff. Are we understanding now? So when like I and other people who are similar to me talk about Stellar Blade, when we talk about how you guys focus too much on the character's looks, it's not because we hate sexy characters. That's never been the point. It's always been the fact that that is overshadowed by what's actually a game with good bones. But no one ever talked about its bones. All of its footage online was just someone circling Eve's ass or sliding up and down a ladder. Hell, even now it's on PC, the people who are playing it are talking about it, just have mods where the titties are bouncing in first person. Like it's not anything about the game itself, because you guys are just focused on the skin. It has skin and bones. If you just want skin, go play Xblades. I mean, I personally wouldn't recommend it, but go play that if that's all you want. Just the skin game, don't care about gameplay. But the second you start to care about the mechanics, the story, whatever, you are admitting that there's more to a game than just its skin. That's what I've been saying this whole time. So to all the people who want to comment that I don't like Stellar Blade because it's too sexy, that's dumb. That's just a dumb argument. Something being too sexy makes no sense. What does make sense, and which does, reach the levels of valid criticism, is that's all it has. I hope I'm being crystal clear this video and the theme for these last couple of videos. You guys are focused so much on attraction that I bought Xblades to prove a point. That physical attraction, whatever you like, the skin is not as important as the bones. We love bones over here. Bones over skin. Okay? The skin can be nice, whatever, but it's nothing without the bones to support it. Good bone structure, right? High cheekbones. Hot. Okay, this video's done. Actually, you know what? This is completely unrelated to my video, but I watch lots of YouTubers like video essays, and this is guy who you guys should be watching. His stuff is really good. I'm surprised he doesn't have a lot of followers because his content is like really good. And here he is. You guys should give him a shout. Give him a look. He's really good. He has no idea who I am actually, but you guys should watch his stuff. Okay, now bye for real.